I was originally going to make a video on the exclusive daycare, and then I realized there's a much better way to make gems, and that's the huge treasure turtle. For a pet that's been in the game for over 2 years, it's got a shockingly low exist count, under 2,500. Why? You obtain the pet over here in the millionaire world. At the very end, what's this place called? Diamond Mega City. And there's this mini game. Gambling. Nice. You enter, and I could leave for a coins 3 book. No. So I risk it for 5%. Made it past. I could leave for this, but I don't want that. So I'm going to go again. And now the chance increased by 5%. So 10%. What's next? 15. The rewards get better as you go as well. So now I'm up to a cocktail. And, uh-oh, I died. And, I mean, you make it to the end, you get the huge right here. Very nice. However, you don't actually get that huge from the final room. The huge you get from the final room is a rainbow shiny worth over 2 billion gems. That's more than half a Titanic, and you can get it for free by playing a daily minigame. Okay, so as you can see, right, the rainbow shiny, the best one, 2 billion, around 100 exist. Same for the rainbow, except half as much. Gold, 150 exists. It's a lot less, and it also costs, no, it's a lot more exist, costs a lot less. And then the normal 2.5k costs a decent bit left as well. Less, not left. There are no shinies and there are no goldens. But why is it so rare? I did some maths. I'm not smart enough to make an equation to just get a graph to figure this out, but I manually plotted all of the data, which I will show now. Okay, so what we've got here is we've got the odds at each room. Okay, this is the actual data, right? You don't really need to know about that. I'll explain it. But you can see here, x-axis, that's the room, and y-axis is the percentage. So you never actually have a 100% chance, right? The highest chance you have is 95%, which is room 1. You've got a 95% to go forward. Then room 2, you've got around 85%. Yeah, 85.5%. Now you might be saying, why is it not 90%? Because it goes up to 90% chance of losing. Because it's cumulative, right? You've first got to win a 5%, and then you have to win a 10%. And the odds of that are, well, 85%. So, this all does not really matter. All you really care about is the huges, and that's all I really care about. So, we've got that out of the way. Let's just deal with that now. Okay, it looks really small, and it is really small. Okay, it's a 0.0032% chance, which equates to roughly well, not roughly, it equates to exactly 1 in 31,280. And I mean, comparatively, if you like 2 billion gems for 1 in 31,000 chance, it's not that bad. The only reason it's bad is because you can only do it 10 times a day and it's a manual process. But honestly, that's not bad. Even better is that's per run. So you do 10 runs every day. That's nearly 1 in 3,000, but 2 billion. And you do that every single week. That's under 1 in 500. 1 in 140, no. Oh my gosh. 1 in 450 chance every week that you're going to make 2 billion gems for like 10 minutes a day. That's not bad. The other thing is this run right here is not the only option. Right? You could get the rainbow, you could get the gold, or you could get the normal. Now, obviously, these aren't as expensive, but the odds are actually good. So for the rainbow, it's 1 in 15,000 ish. Gold is 1 in 8,000 ish, and normal is around 1 in 4,000. Those are that's per run still. So Going for the rainbow, you've got a 1 in 1500 chance every week. That's not bad at all, I would say. Don't mind me doing some runs in the background. I think at this time, I've only got one run left for the day on my main, but I'll probably put some footage of either the next days or my alts. And the last question is it worth it? Yes. Yes, it just is. Alright, there's no other real way for me to put it, right? It's free, okay? It's free and it doesn't require grinding. I mean, there's only a 1 minute cooldown between your 10 runs every day, which means it takes maximum 15-20 minutes per account, right? Like, if you just honestly 2 accounts, that's what I'm going to do. Maybe you could do more, but I think that's more of a hassle, right? 2 accounts, that's like 30 minutes a day. Like, that's pretty good. And so I've told you that the overall process is worth it, which it is. But is the rainbow shiny huge worth it? And that is a more subjective question. So I can't actually totally answer that for you, because it really does depend on your account and your account value and all of that shit jazz. But I've done like a general calculation, like if your account's, let's say, pretty standard, I've done a calculation for you, right? And it's really easy, and you can update it yourself as price changes. Like, if you're watching this video in a year, I don't know why you would be, but to be honest, at this rate, Huge Treasure Turtle is probably still there. And you can update it to what the prices are at that time. And so all you have to do is you take like the gem value and you just multiply it by the percentage chance. So for example, the rainbow shiny, it's worth 2 billion and the chance is 1 in around 32,000. Well, 31,280 to be precise. So I just times 2 billion by 1 divided by 330. No, sorry. Let me restart that. So all I do is I divide 2 billion by, no, restart. So all I need to do is I times 2 billion by 1 divided by 31,280. So I'm just timesing the 2 billion, which is the gems, by the 1 divided by 31,280, which is the percentage chance, which gives me around 64,000. This value doesn't have a name. I'm just going to call it the gem to chance ratio, right? 64,000 gems per 1 chance. Now, the rainbow is actually very similar because its odds are 2 times better because you have to win 1 less 50-50, but its wrap is also around half the price. So it's 64,000, like pretty much on the dot. The gold's drops significantly and is only 32,000 chance, I guess, and the normal is around 35,000. So the rainbow and the rainbow shiny are the best. But which one should you choose? And by best, I mean most valuable, right? If your account doesn't have a single huge and you get the normal huge and you do not cash out, you are unbelievably unoptimizing your opportunities, I'll say, to be nice, because that is gonna increase your account's value tenfold, right? Gold, honestly, just don't do the gold. Like, if you're gonna risk the normal, just go straight for the rainbow or rainbow shiny. It's just not worth it. But rainbow shiny, which is better for you? 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna say the rainbow. Because it's 1 billion versus 2 billion, right? Like, the rainbow shiny, its score is slightly higher. Like, realistically, it's probably 64,000 for the rainbow shiny and around 63.5 for the rainbow. Especially because like demand of rainbow shinies is better, and like Cosmic Values rates it a bit better than the rainbow, but it runs a risk of losing 1 billion gems. Like, you put it in that perspective, and it switches, right? Like, obviously, it's not taking 1 billion gems away from your account, but like, it also kind of is, you know? So honestly, I'd take the 1 billion every day of the week. I'd take the rainbow every time, unless you have like a great team in inventory. And like by that, I'm meaning like multiple Titanics. You've already got like a full team of rainbow huges. You've got stacked enchants, and all of that. So yeah, unless you've got that, I'd say you take the rainbow like every day of the week. And another reason for this, right, is you compare it, okay? The rainbow to the rainbow shiny, that's like just you get 2 times more gems, and it's a 50% risk. But like the gold to the rainbow, that's 4 times better for a 50% risk. That is worth it. The other one's like a 50-50, worth it not. That's up to you. And just a little fun fact, right? While I was writing the script, I got to room 16, so one more room, and I would have gotten the huge. But I didn't. But you know, I got close, and that was like a day after I was doing all this, right? It's the honestly, the chances are much closer than you think. So, what is my final take? First of all, I know why it's so rare, right? It's not that challenging, but it's also pretty challenging to get. And also, most people don't think about it. Most people don't go for it. I think it's sort of a novelty, right? Something that gets released in the game, you do it for a week or maybe a month, and then you just forget about it, right? But because of that, I think everyone overestimates how hard it is. Like, I don't think I've heard anyone mention this in a way that's saying, you know, it's good for gems, you make gems. Never. It's always about how hard it is. When it's really not, right? You can do 10 runs a day and even more if you use ults, and you get lucky once and you're swimming in money. Genuinely, like you get so much gems. But yeah, best of luck if you guys want to try this out. I'll put the full odds for every single room 1 to 20, in the description. But yeah, thanks guys. Might release another video soon, gem related, hopefully. You can see I'm not doing too well at the moment, but I don't know, I'm kind of focusing on events at the minute, but I'll see. Might make a video on that too. But yeah, anyway, thank you. Appreciate it. Hope this helps. Let me know if it does. If you get a huge from this, one rule is you have to tell me. Comment it, mail me it. I don't care. Thank you. Bye. Appreciate it.